Hello, my dear Virgo. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between December the 1st and December 15, 2016, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So, December 14, we will have the last of the 3 supermoons for 2016. This moon is also known as the full cold moon and the full long night's moon, and as the moon before Yule. Yule is the midwinter solstice. December 13 to 14, there will also be invisible meteor showers in the sky, the Gemini's meteor shower. It is considered to be the most powerful meteor shower, but will be a bit damped by the full supermoon this year. So, I call the divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, earth, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Virgos. I want my dear Virgos to have love in their life, to find themselves in loving relationship. I also want my dear Virgos to have creative success and to find themselves walking on their highest path towards their highest destiny. So I want you to be able to fulfill the reasons to why you are here on earth at this time. Okay. So Virgo, first half of December 2016. See what's going on for you. You have a lot of jumpers, so I guess this is a lot of message for you this time, Virgo. Okay, so now it's finished. I'll just tune in a little bit. Okay, this is your future. This is the now and your past. The now is probably the time, the first half of December 2016, but whenever you watch this is probably exactly the right time to see it. So, the first card for you, Virgo, is Two of Wands. Two of Wands is a card, this is in the past, and Two of Wands is a card about divine timing, that things needs to be put into the right place before the thing that you have dreamt of can manifest. And it's also sometimes pride, people wanting to show each other that they are kind of doing well without one another. It's this card for sliding doors. It's a very important moment in time where you're kind of deciding your future destiny. So it's important choices with the Two of Wands. 2 roads that can seem equal from one point of view might in the future come with something totally different for you. So it was probably a very important decision that you had to make here. And we see also that this person has their back turned against us, so they are on their way to some future adventure. And the Wands is about willpower, to put your willpower into a certain task to be able to reach a goal. And during this process, you are doing the thing that you are supposed to do here on earth, experience things from many different directions, be able to understand more and more for every day that goes by. So this person is on its way out in the world doing experiences. We people, we like to have not so much problems, but the problems that we have, they are sort of there for us to be able to make new experience and to have like more knowledge. When we finally leave this earth, we are supposed to have learned a lot of things. So this is a time when you are kind of like skating on the above and kind of hoovering and try to find out what's the best way for you to move on into your future, Virgo. It's the cat there. Also the cat has their back turned against us, so very proud people here, okay? Sometimes pressing silence, okay? And here we have a 2 of Pentacles also. So I guess there's some there has been some difficult choices that had to be made, and it's also a matter of trust with this. Do I need to show myself like I don't care? Does the other person care for me? Are they kind of willing to do the work that's need to be done in this situation? So it's duality because it's two. So it's usually two standpoints, two persons, two situations. It can be also be like people having a hard time to make a choice. Sometimes it's infidelity, and you have to juggle like two relationship at once. That's very stressful, not to recommend. And we see the sea here is kind of bulging up, so the ships that this person was waiting for coming in, they can't reach the harbor because of this emotions going like in high tide. So this can be a person in your surrounding or yourself, a rather proud person that's trying to suppress their emotions, maybe because they need to make an important decision where they can't really rely on their feelings. I'm thinking about people in codependent relationship and so on. Maybe you need to keep your head clear to be able to take a decision that's more for logic than going with your longing for someone, maybe, because this too it's very much about being able to handle things on your own, to separate yourself from people and like creating a me, what I want for my future, what I want to have, what I want to see, what I want to experience. It can also be like having many responsibilities on many different places, and that you need to kind of sort what's important and what's not important. Sometimes when we have too much responsibility, it's getting very stressful, and maybe you need to figure out what things can sort of go, because you shouldn't always just run around doing, things that are the things that you need to do. You need to do like fun things as well, if life is going to have some kind of meaning. So sometimes with this card, it's a person like well organized, trying to make the time expand into a very long time, so you have time to do all the things that you have put up for yourself to do. And well, sometimes this is very good because a well-organized person like this is going to reach their goal very quickly. But sometimes it's just a habit, like you need to have like a lot of things to do all the time to feel useful or to feel like worthy. So that could have been a problem here. The next card is a Six of Pentacles. So yes, I think this is good. It seems like you need help from other people to keep up with what you are doing. Maybe you can delegate a little bit. Maybe you don't have to do everything yourself. It also goes for relationship, that you should only do like your fair share and leave 50% up to the partner, because there need to be two to tango. So if one is more interested and the other one is more laid back, maybe you need to step back if you are the one that's taking too much responsibility, because it's like over functioning and under functioning. If one person is doing too much, it doesn't leave like room for the other one to take responsibility. But here it's very equal. Sometimes this card is depicted with kind of the scale, like in justice. So this is a little bit Libra. And this is like being the bigger person, being able to also maybe do the right thing, solve karmas. This was a very tense situation here, and maybe you have you found a solution. You found a solution that could benefit everyone and kind of level out the stress that was built up in the cards before. Sometimes when we kind of yield and say, okay, tell me what I need to do. This is this moment when you kind of give up your pride or your statement and just give in to what's needed to be done. to be able to create something together. This is compromise. This is kind of building on the future together with other people and being able to make compromises. When we are in relationships or in different situations, we are there to experience and learn new things. So maybe there's a totally new kind of way to do this that you have come up with, something that has expanded your vision a little bit and also made you see things from more than one perspective. So this is a really beautiful card. Sometimes with the Two of Pentacles and this together, I need to make a little warning for some people that they might be in a relationship where one partner just wants to be like friends with benefits and don't want to take responsibility for the situation. But what you need to do then is, of course, what I told you before, only 50% of the responsibility for a relationship should be on you. The other 50% is up to the partner. And if they don't take the necessary steps, then you know, okay? And when you know, then you don't stick around and wait for more disappointments. Yes, karma. It was what I sensed with the Six of Pentacles, that it's a time when you have the opportunity to solve karma. In this situation, this card is the Judgment card in normal tarot. In other tarot decks, this is the Judgment card, being able to make a judgment call, see something from a higher level, and see like a shadow also from a higher level. See what has been like stopping your progress or other people's progress from a higher level. You see here the sun is blocked by the moon. It's a solar eclipse in this card, and this is like having a big thing right before your nose and not being able to see it. Sometimes it's very hard to depict our own shadows, and we are thinking we are doing the right thing, but when we don't see like half of the reality, it can be a big problem. So it seems like I feel a lot of hope here that it's kind of you have taken a distance to something with a tooth, like taking a time out or taking the necessary like space to be able to make a decision and see things more clearly. And Six of Pentacles shows a very good like a very good initiation, or in a very good, like you want to do something good, you want to be good, you want to solve this. So it's a beautiful thing. So actually with the Six of Pentacles, this karma can be solved if people are kind of not protecting themselves so much, but actually going into the necessary discussion from a very friendly point of view. No one is out to get anyone else. We all have our shadows, and the shadow is nothing to be ashamed of. It's not something that we need to, hide even more so people won't recognize it. It's much better to talk about it. Often it is what you feel, like you are reacting like in a very certain pattern. Every time you come into stressful situation, you react the same, and this is usually the shadow, and it's like a pattern. It's within you, and what you need to do is look at it. Stay with it and talk about it. Every time we are in this situation, I feel like this, and this is making me react like so and so. Be very open with it, because if you're open with it, you will discover this big thing that's right in your view, but you are unable to see it. So it's a beautiful opportunity here to actually solve a very, probably very old karma. It might have been like old survival strategy that you have gotten maybe when you were a little child, or even in past life. And it has like kind of just went on like a recording. It's not alive. It's just like a strategy that's just, you push the play button and it's kind of runs, and it always come up with the same bad results. So it's not good for you, and it's not good for anyone. And we all have those shadows. We all have those points where we can't see ourselves. So that's why it's so good to kind of mirror each other in a relationship, like in dualism like this, because then those things come up: pride, being unable to take responsibility, things like this. And here's a chance to do something better, and not to like opposing each other anymore, like being in two different camps, but actually joining forces to be able to see this, help each other instead of making each other feel ashamed for what they have. Of course, every person needs to take responsibility for their own shadow, but they don't need to be ashamed of it. It's a shadow, so it's not you're not able to control it. And when you go into your shadow, you are kind of switching off the lightning button, and all the enlightenment, all the knowing, all the great vision that you have, it's kind of just gone, and you are acting in a certain pattern, almost like a robot. So this is a beautiful moment where you can see those situations and kind of put a little light onto it, or friendly chat at least. Yes, and here we have a King of Wands. King of Wands is it's a creator. It's a person that has a very strong willpower. They want to do they want to create things, and they have a lot of dreams. They have a lot of like inspiration, things they want to do. And the King of Wands, badly depicted, sometimes it can be very jealous, or being like overprotective, or being not controlling, but it's more on the jealous side, like more like aggression and things like this. So maybe you have a fire sign person in your surrounding that's a little bit when they come into their shadow, they kind of get very agitated. This is the bad side with the King of Wands. They have a lot of ideas, but they also wants to be like the person that's in the know, and the person that's like a little bit like a know-it-all. And if you're kind of questioning this knowing, or try to write them on the nose what they are supposed to see, they might explode on you. So this might be the shadow. A person that's a bit aggressive, or have like anger management issues, things like this. The hot temperament, because they are very passionate people, so they love passionate, and they're also very angry sometimes. and they can create things, like they can create problems out of nothing and blow it out of proportion a little bit. But they have a good heart. So if you come on the friendly side of, it might be an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo, or anyone kind of person that has a little bit of hot temper. If you have a relationship with them, and you kind of can point out their shadow, like in a friendly way, like kind of I see this, can we talk about it? I understand you, I feel you, be on the same side, instead of this gap between you, because the person has a hot temper. So they might have been able to solve things by screaming, and maybe this is not a good way, because it seems to be creating like some kind of rift between you. Okay, so that was in the past. It looks rather tense, rather intense maybe, but the Six of Pentacles is helping up the situation a little bit, like being able to see that this is not the person, it's actually like just a reaction, like an imprint. So being able to see it from this point of view, it's very comforting also for the person that's are able to see it, because they know then it's not about me. So they don't need to get as agitated as the fiery person here. Okay, so, and this is in the now. We have a Queen of Cups. It comes underneath the Two of Wands. So it seems like you have been needed, like maybe some time to be able to come in tune with your feelings, to understand what you are feeling and what you want to do in the future, and maybe taking a decision about the relationship. The Queen of Cups is very emotional. She's kind of sitting here on the beach and let the waves hit her. So she's kind of in tune with her feelings. She feels every little thing from her surroundings. She's very intuitive and empathic, so she trusts her feelings very much. So maybe it seems like you have taken a time to figure out what you're really feeling, and what the feeling wants to say to you, and what kind of decisions to take from that. So this might be your partner, or it might be you. You need to use your own intuition, since this is a general reading. So what you think is this person when you see it, it's probably it. So and here we have a 10 of Swords. So it seems like the Queen of Cups will take a decision that the stress in this situation is much too high, and it seems like she wants to end it. Maybe she feels also backstabbed by people in her surrounding, or that she is not able to move forward in the same way as the situation has been before. It kind of needs a very big renewal if she is going to move on here. Sometimes this is not the end of a situation. It might be like just the end of an old behavior, like something it seems like she's not going to tolerate anymore, because it gave her a lot of stress, it seems, with her emotions. And as being an empath, it's if you're around a person that's maybe not taking responsibility and being also aggressive, it can be really hard. And it seems like the Queen of Cups will take a decision that's kind of very good for her, ending the situation that caused a lot of stress and caused like question marks, like, what shall I do? It seems like she has decided to leave the situation. That's the best thing to do. Or that there's in need of very big change, because this is kind of, death change, but minor arcana death. And this is the card for change. It's actually named change in many tarot decks. And usually it's a snake here. And snake is like shedding their skin. They are renewing themselves. They are not going on in their old way, like kind of going on with their old tape recorder, doing the same thing, reacting to the same matter situation, like with the same kind of stress and the same kind of repetitive pattern. Something new is needed here. The Queen of Cups seems to have decided that enough is enough. It looks from my point of view here like she's really tired of things. And it's an owl there. And she took the necessary time, it seems, to decide what to do. So she's not doing this out of a whim, but actually because she has given it a lot of thought, I think. And she's actually feeling like the situation is killing her. So maybe that was the only way to go. So sometimes this could be like ending a job, terminating a relationship, or giving ultimatum, saying like, this is what I need, and as long as you can provide it to me, I will be yours. But this is the end of this old behavior. So it's emphasized by the Two of Wands. That's kind of pride and sticking to your guns and things like this. Oh, and here's a Four of Swords. So before, it seems like our queen were able to, she was kind of wanting to make things good, but it seems like she has given up this, at least for a while. Need of vacation, need of rest, so she won't get like ill or exhaust herself. The Queen of Cups doesn't have to be a queen. I'm saying a queen and her because it's a her on the card, but it can as easily be a male having this problem with another male or another female. So don't use your own intuition if you see this card and you think like, oh, that's my situation. But this is like, first she seemed to have tried to make like people understand, like from her point of view, and trying to be the bigger person here. But now it seems like, no, it's no idea. I'm too tired. This situation is exhausting me. I'm going to get physically ill if I'm continuing on this road. So we see here that it's a kind of a situation very going into a halt. Underneath the Karma card, we have a Queen of Pentacles. And Queen of Pentacles is, of course, probably you, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. It can be any kind of person. It can also be this person again, doing something else. We'll see. It's those cards that has these court cards. They can be action from people. It can be the general energy, and it can also be actual persons. And here we have a person that's very loyal and also very passionate. You see these roses, and the beautiful chair that she sits shows a lot of creativity. And she has this green, and green is love. It's the earth abundance that's kind of feeding us and sustaining us and keeping us alive. And she has the pentacle here and some flowers. So it shows a person that's very very mature, very loving, also stubborn, and but very like a stable person, not going anywhere, not kind of very safe and trustworthy, but also, as I said, stubborn. And it comes underneath the Karma card. So we'll see what's going on with that. I need to see more cards here. Oh, and here we have a Knight of Wands. It comes underneath the King of Wands. So it seems like it will be a situation, it's going to halt, but it seems like it might act up again, like this King of Wands is now a Knight of Wands. So a person more adventurous and more like not so firm in their personality, but actually being able to change a little bit. But it might also indicate a love affair, or that this one is maybe a wife. No, it seems more like, actually, from my point of view, like the King of Wands has an affair with you, actually, here. But it will be different things for different people. For some people, it will be like your King of Wands is going to be more like fluid, more able to take action and actually being able to change themselves. But Knight of Wands, sometimes it's kind of a player kind of guy, like going from flower to flower, and this is the recent flower. But we'll see more with the cards, because he comes like in this direction, he comes from the Karma. So it seems like it actually could be like the King of Wands cooling down their temper a little bit, and maybe being more open to spiritual growth, because Knight of Wands is the kind of a person that's roaming around the world to get more experience and to grow like persons, and they need to do this to come to this mature state of being a King of Wands, but they are not as boxed. They can actually change. They are open for change. They are open for new adventures and to try new things, and they are problem solvers. So it doesn't have to be a love affair, but it seems like with this big break here, and then a Queen again, and King of Wands turning into a Knight of Wands. So it seems like someone here, a Virgo person maybe, has other suitors. Okay, so the next line of cards is the future. And underneath the Queen of Cups, we have a Page of Swords. So it seems like this queen, this emotional person, now has got like their voice. And it's a little rebel yell with this card. And you see the eagle here, this seeing things from above again, which I felt with this person, and all this, the whole situation kind of needs to be viewed from above, and it seems like the Queen of Cups getting her voice back, being able to actually say exactly how she feels about things. So it might, like, either you have like split yourself into two situation where you are kind of protecting your emotions, but still are like stable with your love to this fiery person. But when it comes to your emotions, you are not going to back down. You have a lot of things to say about this, like a lot of truth to say about this. You are not going to be silent anymore, but actually telling people how you want things to be done. This can, of course, be also a young person, a child, maybe, to the Queen of Cups, or someone else young, but it's usually a really young person. So it's more like an inner child. So maybe the Queen of Cups is now able to talk like a mentor for her inner child, being like a lawyer to her inner child, being able to tell the needs that she's really have in the deep of herself. And here is a Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is it's kind of a bit of a bad confidence. It's like a person that has decided to be happy with what they can get. And sometimes this is turning a little bit sneaky, so they're kind of stealing things, stealing energy, being a little bit of a martyr, maybe like kind of lying about things, but more distorting the things that they say so it will suit them. It's a little bit of a narcissistic behavior with this, kind of having a really bad self-confidence, and therefore they kind of need to steal the energy from others, or need to like paint a picture of the situation that's not really truthful. And those persons look kind of alike. So we'll see what's going with that. Maybe there's an inner child here that has a really bad confidence. Maybe people have stolen their kind of willingness to, or their thought that they can create a better future for themselves. It's kind of giving up with this card, kind of, okay, I will take what I can have, and I will settle with that. So maybe also the Queen is thinking that she won't have what she's not going to have what she wants, but she's not going to try either to, it's kind of, she's taking her emotional part in this, deciding that her emotion is the most important. So she's going to speak the truth, and it seems like she's thinking that she's going to fail because of this. And here we also have a Seven of Cups. So it's kind of feeling that she will talk, she will tell exactly how she feels, but she's not expecting people to understand her. She's not expecting people to come and rescue her, or to kind of be the hero in this and actually listen to her. She thinks that she will say what she has on her mind, and then it will be over. This is how she views it. Okay. And the next card here is a King of Cups. So the intrigue is kind of building up here. So the King of Cups is a person that's actually could give the Queen of Cups what she wants. But it might be that she is going to be a little bit of martyr, and maybe not, maybe just yelling a little bit and then leaving the scene. So the King of Cups might not have like a chance to help her with all those problems that's surrounding this situation. All those need to make a choice, but it's going to be like the end of something that was important once. And I'm going to say my truth, but I don't think I will get any support because of this, because maybe the person has never felt supported when they have told the truth, or when they have. So it's kind of not expecting anything. But here comes the King of Cups. So King of Cups is a person that's bearing gifts and holding like the connection between people really, really high, and wants to take care, and wants to understand, and wants to have like family ideals really high. It can also be a person offering you something, a new job, a better situation in some way. This is a person, he's not like the Queen of Cups, he's sitting right on the beach. He's sitting a bit higher up, so he just takes the information of the feelings. He doesn't have to, go up and down with his temper or his mood in the same way as Queen of Cups does. That's more in tune with her feelings. He's just feeling them, taking the information, but having a rather steady temper. Maybe because he puts an honor in this. Sometimes the King of Cups could be a person like are very much in love, but are kind of brewing and not telling if he has like an emotion that's not really good. So sometimes they can be putting the lid on a little bit because of their masculinity, I guess. But it seems here that that this queen has a little bit better situation here, with a lot of support from males here. This might be her actually also. Karma, Queen of Pentacles and King of Cups. It might be a couple, this and this couple. So I feel like what I said here, that it might be like more than 2 relationships going on. And it doesn't have to be so for everyone. And it seems like it's you having this situation. So you don't have to be afraid that your partner is unfaithful or building up something just because I said this. But it's looking like you have a lot of opportunity here. 3 guys, so okay. And here we have an Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords is kind of a person getting it, finally understanding what you were trying to say. Finally, you see, it comes 6 of Pentacles here, Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So it seems like it's the same card actually as the Page of Swords. It's the same energy. This is pure air, this is pure air. And we had the Bird of Prey kind of scooping above this thing. So it might be that you are the same person here, both this queen and this queen. And you have something to say, but it's kind of that you have 2 approaches. Like one is very emotional, where you need a lot of emotional support and not feeling that you are getting this, but you're still going to try to say it. And one side of you is more stable, like you are more like able to put your words in a way that people can understand, and people can kind of want to cooperate with you, instead of just... This person is a little bit more of a martyr, just saying, okay, enough is enough. I will break up with you. I will quit this job. I will no longer be a part of this family here. And this voicing, she's not expecting to get any support here. But this is another kind of approach, like telling this from a more stable, unemotional level, where you are able to make other people understand you. So it seems like you can choose, this maybe is the 2 of Wands, those sliding doors, like how you can choose your approach in different ways. And it might show you that if you choose the more stable, like stand for what you believe in, say exactly what you want, have the same demands, but do it in a very like kind of stubborn, relentless, calm kind of way, telling it again and again until people are understanding you. This seems to be gathering much more support from your surrounding. If you can be a little bit more like not so big of a victim, but more stable and respect yourself. Yeah, this is about what I see. It seems like you will get the understanding in the end, and this person might, the King of Wands might be like seeing a thing of 2 of their own shadow, and you as well, if you can see this, maybe a little bit martyrship that's going on here. Maybe you have both very a chance to release your shadow in this situation. Not only the King of Wands, it seems to be the Queen of Pentacles as well. And maybe this is like this all or nothing kind of thing that's going on here. Okay. So I will take cards also from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms to see. This was a tricky reading with a lot of people. So, okay, yes, the Phoenix. The Phoenix is a card about resurrection, surrender to change. It was what I said about the 2 of Pentacles card here. You see the coloring from this card is very much the same. It seems like you have a chance to really change in a deep level right now and resurrect like a totally new person, being in more self-love and self-respect, and maybe not expecting so much support from your surrounding, but actually giving this support to yourself, which is going to make you a much more cooler person, much more reasonable to talk with, and also being able to solve more problems. So it seems like a big personality change is going on here that could be very positive. We also had the Eagle King. It came also for Leo and Pisces, so it seems like something is going on a bigger level here, and it's what we saw earlier with the birds of prey. This is an eagle taking the message to the sun, taking your prayers to the sun, your wishes, what you want for the future. So it's very supportive. It seems like you actually can have the help right now to create the thing that you have always dreamt of, always been fighting for. Now it seems you will get the strength and the support to actually be able to make this time. So it's very hopeful. I will also take some cards from the past life oracle card for you to see if we can see something about the karma issue, what it can be about. Oh, yeah. Okay. We have the food and hunger card and a karmic relationship. So it seems to be a lack of support, maybe not getting your needs met in a relationship, and it might be a old thing that has been going on between persons through eons. So it's about getting your needs met and how you can do this in the best kind of way to get support instead of enemies. How you can describe your feelings and your needs for a person that doesn't going to wake their anger or the defensive skills, but actually welcome you and try to give this thing what you needed. So it seems like a karma. We have karmic relationship and also karma here. And it seems like you have been trying very hard to solve this and be the bigger person here with the Six of Pentacles, but you didn't feel the support enough. So it's kind of, this is like feeling no substance. No, the other person doesn't love me. They don't support me. They don't understand me. But then being like more stable and aligning yourself with what you want seem to be able to gather the forces together. Kings are very supportive in kind of finishing a mission, and knights are very supportive in being able to erase the energy that's needed for keeping up the struggle. And the queens are kind of receptive. They have an idea and they are kind of wanting to spread this idea to the world. They are not so much doers, but more like thinkers or divine contacts, like trying to emphasize out like kind of a knowing into the world. They are also very good with supporting others with how they feel and also bringing forth new things to the world, like children. We have a little children here, Page of Swords. They are kind of seeds, as the Ace of Swords is an idea. And this is the seed that you actually put to the ground with this idea. So they are the same, but it's a minor difference between those two. Okay, thank you, dear Virgo. And I hope to see you again in the middle of December. Take really good care. Bye-bye.